Yeah, from the pavement to the pedestal. No shortcuts, no mercy. Let's get it. Yeah. Dusty drums hitting like a brick to the face. I'm the undisputed king in this competitive space. Heavy bass, rattling the cage of the weak. I don't need to listen when the failure speak. Every rep on the iron is a step to the throne. Building up a legacy inside of the bone. Gritty and raw, straight out of the gutter. My ambition is the only language I stutter. Success is a mindset, focus is the tool. Breaking every single imaginary rule. Grind in the shadow while they look for the light. I'm the only warrior left in the fight. Blood on the knuckles, sweat on the steel. Showing all these cowards how the hunger feel. It's the concrete altar, the sacrifice of will. Staying on the mission till the void is filled. 90s energy, gritty as ever. We building up the empire right over here. No retreat, no surrender, no doubt. This is what the real hustle is about. This is what the real hustle is about. Check the articulate flow, the aggressive delivery. Leaving every hater in a state of misery. Legacy is earned, it ain't never been a gift. Moving every mountain, giving every way to live. Vinyl is scratching, the texture is dark. Lighting up the universe with a single spark. Stoic on the expression, intense on the grind. Leaving every limit and the weakness behind. One more set, one more mile in the rain. Turning all the sorrow into hardcore gain. Success is a mountain, I'm claiming the peak. The iron is the only therapy I seek. It's the concrete altar, the sacrifice of will. Staying on the mission till the void is filled. 90s energy, gritty as ever. We building up the empire right over here. No retreat, no surrender, no doubt. This is what the real hustle is about. This is what the real hustle is about. Concrete legacy. The grind never stops. Stay hungry. The blueprint is set. Execute the protocol. Yeah. Rolling down the avenue, the vision is clear. Moving through the shadows without any fear. Steady on the rhythm, articulating code. Turning every piece of the struggle into gold. Heavy driving bass line, shaking up the street. Victory is the only conclusion that I meet. Commanding every room with a look and a nod. Operating daily against the heavy odds. Laid back, delivery but sharper than the blade. Look at the magnificent empire that I made. Every sense whistling, playing in the back. Every single day is another new attack. I don't need to raise my voice to make them fall in line. Everything the light touches, yeah, it's fully mine. Yeah, we operating on the heavy iron protocol. Standing like a giant, I will never take a fall. Menacing the system with a slow and steady pace. Winning every battle in this motivational race. Smooth West Coast bounce, heavy on the mind. Leaving every ounce of the laziness behind. Checking on the mirror, yeah, the enemies are gone. We the only champions left standing at the dawn. Blue brakes riding in the passenger domain. We the only ones who can navigate the rain. Hard hitting kick drum, knocking on the wood. Doing everything that they never thought I could. Mid-tempo boom bap, feeling very raw. Living by the hustle is the only real law. Focus on the discipline, calculate the risk. Writing out the future on the heavy golden disc. Dangerous and calm, breathing in the air. Walking through the fire like I haven't got a care. One more heavy lift, one more heavy day. The iron protocol is the only single way. Operating on the heavy iron protocol. Standing like a giant, I will never take a fall. Menacing the system with a slow and steady pace. Winning every battle in this motivational race. Smooth West Coast bounce, heavy on the mind. Leaving every ounce of the laziness behind. Yeah, protocol complete. Stay cold. Yeah. We don't just chase the sun, we outrun it. Let's move. Woo, woo. Eyes on the prize, yeah, the vision is gold. A story of power that's yet to be told. Fast-paced rhythm, I'm leading the pack. Foot on the gas and I'm never looking back. Heavy on the iron, the sweat in the blood. Rising like a titan right out of the mud. Fat stepping baseline, feel the ground shake. Taking every trophy that the hustle can make. Command in the room with a look in the eye. Reaching for the stars in the cinematic sky. Clear articulation, I'm sharp with the speech. Nothing in this universe is out of my reach. I sense whistle, the sound of the wind. Let the true legacy finally begin. Yeah, we riding away to the apex height. Shining like a diamond in the middle of the night. West Coast bounce, yeah, we keeping it tight. Winning every battle and winning the fight. It's a street success anthem. Play it out loud. Standing like a giant in the middle of the crowd. Look at the speed, yeah, I'm setting the pace. Winner's mentality, winning the race. Blue braids riding in the seat to the right. We the architects of the ultimate life. Hustle in the grind, yeah, it's carved in the soul. Every single day I'm in total control. Cinematic driving, the movie is real. Hands of a king on the steering wheel. Gym groove bouncing, the energy peaks. I'm doing the work while the enemy speaks. High speed victory, clear in the mind. Leaving all the doubt and the weakness behind. Iron in the veins, yeah, the power is raw. Living by the hustle, the only true law. Yeah, we riding away to the apex height. Shining like a diamond in the middle of the night. West Coast bounce, yeah, we keeping it tight. Winning every battle and winning the fight. It's a street success anthem. Play it out loud. Standing like a giant in the middle of the crowd. Yeah. Top speed only. The crown is waiting. Yeah, we ain't just cruising anymore. We racing to the top. Watch the throne. Let's ride. Yeah, yeah. Foot on the gas, I'm breaking the scale. Leaving the divers behind in the trail. Fast-paced hustle, keeping it smooth. Watch how a heavyweight champion move. Pushing the iron, breaking the sweat. Clearing the table and winning the bet. Commanding the room with a look in the eye. Reaching the summit and touching the sky. The baseline slapping, the rhythm is tight. Taking the shadows and bringing the light. Street success anthem. Playing so loud. Standing alone in the middle of the crowd. Clear on the vocal, sharp on the mind. Leaving the laser completely behind. Yeah! We riding the highway straight to the crown. In the G hustle, we taking the town. Fat slapping bangs, feel it beat in the chest. Outworking the giants and beating the rest. Trying G-Funk, yeah, the vision is clear, yeah. The legacy starts and we building it here. Yeah, Clock is ticking, but I'm setting the pace. 160, I'm winning the race. Taking the pressure and turning to gold. Living the stories that haven't been told. Crisp delivery, hitting the mark. Lighting the fire right out of the spark. Blue braids riding right here by my side. Enjoying the thrill of the ultimate ride. Cinematic driving, the movie is real. Hands are grip tight on the steering wheel. Gym group bouncing, the energy peaks. I'm doing the work while the enemy speaks. Blood, sweat, and iron, the recipe works. Conquering everything inside the dirt. Yeah! We riding the highway straight to the ground. In the G hustle, we taking the town. Fat slapping bass, feel it beat in the chest. Outworking the giants and beating the rest. Trying G-Funk, yeah, the vision is clear. The legacy starts and we building it here. Yeah. The highway belongs to us. Keep the foot down. Yeah. They only see the result. They never see the calculation. Let the bass drop. cold as ice. I never make the same mistake twice. Moving through the shadows, watching the game, building up the power, protecting the name. 160 on the incline, pushing the weight. I am the master, controlling the fate. Heavy sub bass, rattling the dough, taking every dollar, then coming for more. I don't need a panic, I don't need a rush. When the empire speaks, everybody got a hush. Dark piano chords ringing in the mind, leaving all the amateurs completely behind. Smooth on the delivery, sharp on the edge, standing like a king, looking over the ledge. Yeah, it's the cold calculation, the ultimate plan, operating different than the average man. Menacing the system, controlling the board, every single victory is strictly secured. We don't make a sound till the mission is done. Walking in the rain, but we own the sun. Listen to the whistle, cutting through the dark, leaving on the industry a permanent mark. Punchy on the kick drum, steady on the snare. Look into the eyes, you can see the cold stare. Sweat on the iron, discipline is real. Everything I built is made of absolute steel. Blue braid shining right there in the seat. Driving through the fog, conquering the street. Calculated hustle, measuring the breath. Staring at the challenge, looking past the death. I don't need permission, I just need the space. Taking every trophy, winning every race. Boss mentality, sitting at the top. Started from the bottom, man, we never gonna stop. Yeah, it's the cold calculation, the ultimate plan, operating different than the average man. Menacing the system, controlling the board, every single victory is strictly secured. We don't make a sound till the mission is done. Walking in the rain, but we own the sun. Yeah, math never lies. The blueprint is flawless. Stay cold. Foot on the gas, no looking back. Let's go. Rolling through the city with the engine on fire, pushing up the standard and taking it higher. Up tempo rhythm, watch the heavy bounce play, turning every dark night straight into the day. I don't need a break, I'm addicted to the speed, planting every action like a motivation seed. Heavy driving baseline, keeping it in check, putting all the heavy gold chains on the neck. Clearing articulate, speaking to the mind, leaving all the laziness and haters far behind. Street wisdom flowing in the cinematic scene, building up the ultimate and powerful machine. Sweat on the steering wheel, iron in the blood, rising like a champion right out of the mud. Yeah, we moving with the golden velocity, taking the lead, giving the universe exactly the hustle it needs. Heavy driving baseline, keeping the energy tight, winning every battle and dominating the fight. High pitch synth playing loud in the air. Look into the mirror, see the ultimate stare. Hitting every corner with a flawless design. Everything I look at is destined to be mine. Blue braids riding in the passenger space, setting up the tempo and winning the race. Authoritative power, but the delivery is smooth. Watch how the legends and the heavyweights move. I'm pushing up the iron while I'm listening to the groove. Got nothing left to lose and got a point left to prove. Cinematic production, the movie is alive. Working on the vision from a 9 to a 5. They're working through the midnight, never slowing down. Taking every dollar and taking over the town. West Coast energy bouncing on the track. We moving straight ahead and we never looking back. Yeah, we moving with the golden velocity, taking the lead, giving the universe exactly the hustle it needs. Heavy driving baseline, keeping the energy tight, winning every battle and dominating the fight. High pitch synth playing loud in the air. Look into the mirror, see the ultimate stare. Yeah. Keep the pace up. Victory is right there. The heat doesn't stop us. We walk right through the fire. Let the beat drop. Walking through the desert, staring at the sun. I don't ever finish till the heavy work is done. Hypnotic on the rhythm and it's in it slow. Watch the whole empire start to finally grow. Fuzzed out bassline, shaking up the ground. Listen to the power in the heavy rider sound. Commanding every step, leaving footprints in the sand. I hold the ultimate vision right inside my hand. It's a dangerous delivery, cold and very calm. Holding all the iron in the middle of my palm. The sweat is dropping down, but the focus never breaks. Taking all the glory that the daily hustle makes. Yeah, we riding through the heat, never backing down. The desert is the kingdom and we hold the crown. Naughty on the scent, heavy on the bass. We the only champions in this modicial race. Slow rider hustle, steady on the grind. Even every marriage and the weakness behind. Dust on the windshield, driving through the haze. Navigating perfectly inside the heavy maze. Blue bray shining in the middle of the heat. We the only ones who can survive the empty street. Hypnotic synth lid, playing in the ear. Moving like a phantom, making everybody clear. Hard hitting kick drum, matching with the chest. I'm passing every trial, I'm passing every test. The iron is a weapon, discipline is key. Unlocking every door and setting the spirit free. Boss mentality, riding out the storm. We breaking every rule and destroying every norm. Yeah, we riding through the heat, never backing down. The desert is the kingdom and we hold the crown. Naughty on the scent, heavy on the bass. We the only champions in this modicial race. Slow rider hustle, steady on the grind. Leaving every mirage and the weakness behind. Yeah, keep riding. The oasis is ours. We out. Yeah. Calculated moves only. Watch the shadow. Strategic mind, moving silence like a ghost. Calculating every single thing I want the most. Heart and piano ringing, heavy in the room. Sweeping all the competition with the steady broom. Steady on the flow, never rushing to the end. I don't need the crowd, I don't need the fake friend. Clear and articulate, the bosses in the seat. Feeling every vibration of the heavy G-funk beat. Eerie scent whistle, cutting through the haze. Navigating perfectly inside the urban maze. 180 on the bar, feel the iron in the grip. Never losing focus, never gonna let it slip. Dangerous delivery, but the heartbeat is slow. Watching all the seeds of the silent empire grow. Here's the silent takeover, the cold design. Everything I visualize is destined to be mine. Heavy sub-bass groove, moving through the spine. Walking through the shadows, yeah, the blueprint is fine. No noise, no hype, just a master at work. Finding every victory where the dark shadows lurk. Sun is going down, but the vision is bright. Working on the legacy in the middle of the night. Blue braids riding, holding down the lane. Turning all the pressure into absolute gain. Hard hitting, punchy drums hitting like a clock. Built on the discipline, steady as a rock. I don't need to shout to make them understand. I hold the whole trajectory in the palm of my hand. Calculate the hustle, measuring the breath. Staring at the challenge, looking past the death. I don't make a sound till the mission is complete. Then I move forward, then I never will retreat. The whistle is a warning, the piano is a sign. I'm the only architect of this heavy life of mine. It's the silent takeover, the cold design. Everything I visualize is destined to be mine. Heavy sub-bass groove moving through the spine, walking through the shadows, yeah, the blueprint is fine. No noise, no hype, just a master at work, finding every victory where the dark shadows lurk. Yeah. The silence is loud enough. Execution complete. Vision lock. We taking the scenic route. Cruising down the canyon, watching the divide, smooth and authoritative, enjoying the ride. I don't need to speed up, I control the pace, taking every dollar in this motivational race. Every driving baseline matching with the pulse, operating daily on the hardcore results. Listen to the kick drum hitting like a stone, building up the empire, sitting on the throne. Laid back delivery, but the mind is sharp, playing all the enemies like a broken heart. Eerie scent whistling, cutting through the breeze, bringing every obstacle straight down to his knees. Focus on the breathing, focus on the way. I am the commander of my own steady fate. Yeah, we heading for the steel horizon, clear and bright. Walking out the shadows and stepping in the light. Menacing the system with the cold and steady plan. Operating different than the average man. West Coast blueprint, heavy on the grind, leaving all the weakness and the doubt far behind. Tires on the asphalt, rolling through the dust. Everything I'm building is made of iron trust. Blue braids riding right beside me in the car, looking at the summit, yeah, we made it very far. Steady and articulate, every word is law, living out the greatest story that they ever saw. I don't need to panic when the pressure starts to build. Every empty promise is about to be fulfilled. Mid-tempo, boom back, keeping it so cold, turning all the struggle into heavy solid gold. Dangerous and calm, looking at the view, doing everything that they said I couldn't do. One more heavy rap, one more mile to drive. We the only ones who make it out of here alive. Yeah, we heading for the steel horizon, clear and bright. Walking out the shadows and stepping in the light. Menacing the system with the cold and steady plan. Operating different than the average man. West Coast blueprint, heavy on the grind, leaving all the weakness and the doubt far behind. Yeah, the horizon is ours. Keep the wheel steady.
Yeah, they told me I was done. They told me the concrete wouldn't let the roads grow. But they forgot one thing: I'm the one holding the shovel. I wake up with the hunger of a wolf in the rain. Every scar on my knuckles is a map of the pain. The gym is my temple, the iron is my priest. I'm taming the demon, I'm waking the beast. Started from the shadows, now I'm chasing the sun. The marathon is lonely, but the race ain't done. My heart is a drum, beating 90s gold. A story of a warrior never been told. They see the glory, they don't see the sweat. I'm the best version of me that I haven't met yet. It's the blood, it's the sweat, it's the legacy we build. Every void in your soul is a hunger to be filled. Rise up, from the gutter to the throne. Stand tall, you were never on your own. This is the grind, this is the life, this is the win. Let the anthem of the triumph begin. Yeah, I don't talk about maybe, I talk about must. Leaving my doubters behind in the dust like Pac in the booth. I'm pouring my soul like Cube in the streets. I'm taking control, focused like Slim. Every rhyme is a blade cutting through the excuses that the weak ones made. No doesn't lie. The mirror doesn't lie. See you at the top.
Yeah. You thought the fire died out? Nah, we just let it build. Feel that bass? Let's get to work. Yeah. Step in the room, watch the temperature drop. I'm looking at the mountain, taking it straight to the top. Heavy on the iron, pushing the absolute weight. I don't leave my legacy up to the hands of the fate. Command and delivery, feeling the blood in my vein. Turning all the disrespect straight into hardcore gain. I hear the whispers, people talking in the back, but I stay on the mission, always on the attack. Every single step is calculated and cold. Building up an empire, doing exactly what I'm told by the voice in my head, telling me never to quit. Throwing every heavy plate down in the bottomless pit. Yeah, ambition in the blood, fire in the eye. We ain't backing down until we touch in the sky. Heavy on the rhythm, making the concrete shake. Taking every single piece of the glory we make. This is for the warriors, bleeding on the floor. Always coming back and demanding for more. Slow down the flow, let the heavy beat breathe. Showing all the cowards what it means to achieve. I don't need to shout loud just to prove I'm the king. I just let the bass drop and the heavy bells ring. Sweat on the bandana, focus is sharp as a knife. Risking every single thing, playing the game of my life. They wanna see me fall, they wanna see me break, but I'm a different breed of monster they couldn't make stand in my way. You better prepare for the crash, turning every obstacle straight into nothing but dash. Feel the west coast bounce, hitting you right in the chest. I'm demanding the crown and I'm taking the rest. Ambition in the blood, fire in the eye. We ain't backing down until we touch in the sky. Heavy on the rhythm, making the concrete shake. Taking every single piece of the glory we make. This is for the warriors, bleeding on the floor. Always coming back and demanding for more. Yeah. War ready. The ambition never dies. We out.
Yeah. You hear those horns sounding? That's the sound of the takeover. Ain't no walls holding us back today. Let's get it! Waking up hungry, I'm ready to feast. Unleash the energy, waking the beast. Listen to the brass stabs, loud in the speaker. Building up the strength, never looking any weaker. Heavy boom back, yeah, the drum loop is knocking. Walking through the fire while the haters keep talking. Unstoppable drive, got my foot on the gas. Breaking through the ceiling, shattering the glass. Sweat on the iron, blood on the floor. Every single rap got me begging for more. I'm a hardcore hustler, born for the grind. Leaving every limit in the shadows behind. Yeah, break the gates, we storming the yard. Going all out, yeah, we pushing it hard. Listen to the horns, it's the anthem of the strong. Proving every single doubter completely wrong. We building up the legacy, taking the throne. Hardcore motivation in the danger zone. Danger zone. Bam, 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 bam. Danger zone. Bam, 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 bam. Step in the arena, no time to relax. Swinging at the tree with the heavyweight axe. Discipline is everything, focus is a must. Turning all the obstacles straight into dust. They try to block the path, but I run right through. Showing all the rookies how the veterans do. Energetic flow, yeah, the MC is spitting. Never taking breaks, and I'm definitely not quitting. Life is just a battle, I'm the general in command. Holding all the power and the cards in my hand. Grinding till I shine, yeah, the mission is